Tonight, the Brisbane Bullets and the Coburg Giants clash at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre, Australia's premier sporting stadium.
Let's run through the teams. The Coburg Giants, first of all. Bill?
Well, yes, Wayne Carroll, number 6, will start at the off-guard position, vice-captain of the Australian team. Then they'll either go with number 8 or number 9, Bruce Hultgren or Peter Blight. They've changed them around. Number 15, big boy, Willie Simmons. And then, of course, number 44, Jim Foster. And starting at guard will be number 7, David Graham, who's a recruit, played last year at Illawarra, originally from South Australia, from the AIS last year, and he's a very, very good player as well.
For the Brisbane Bullets, an interesting game tonight, because after tonight they lose Senstock and, of course, Cal Bruton, who together with coach Brian Curl are away to the World Championships in Spain. So there'll be a lot of jockeying around for position. But Cal Bruton and Larry Senstock definitely out there in the, for the start, and having those two been playing well. Cal Bruton last week during a State League game scored 58 points, which is an amazing effort. That works out at going up the court and scoring on average every second time. But the rest of the team also strong. Ron Radcliffe, Danny Morsu, Robert Sibley, Tom Gerhardt, John George, who had a great game last week against St Kilda with 19 points. He's coming right at the right time. And of course, that the man that you can never forget, leaping Leroy Loggins, number 3. Of course, after this week, as I mentioned before, they won't have Bruton or Senstock for a while. So the other guys will be wanting to prove to Coach Curl that they can do it. There was another great pass from Ron Radcliffe to John George. George missed the layup, but the man himself, leaping Leroy Loggins, was there just to tap it back in, and that gives another 2 points to the Brisbane Bullets. 8 to the Bullets, 4 to the Coburg Giants.
It's Foster inside, a bit of a stumble step. Recovered the ball, which he's entitled to do after fumbling it, and then took another dribble underneath the basket. And Foster really likes to drive. He really likes to go to the basket. He's not an exceptional outside shooter.
He's in a little bit of pain as well. He's just above the halfway line there.
I think he sort of jammed a knee or a hip or something as he stumbled going into the basket.
Does not look happy. Radcliffe for the ball. John George at the top of the key. It's out to Larry Senstock. Cal Bruton's free at the top. He'll shoot that. He likes that. He'll take the 2 points, and there's a bit of trouble.
That's 6 points to Bruton, and it's amazing, really, how easily, again, we saw 2 weeks ago, we saw how easy it was for the Bullets to spring a man open. Bruton just came off a simple down screen, and nobody was within 10 feet of him, but he is suffering at the moment, and that's going to cause problems.
So Jim Foster for the Coburg Giants and Cal Bruton for the Brisbane Bullets, both with injuries early on in the piece.
And there's quite a defensive stalwart. Simmons with a big block. Gee, he had to be up there. 14. Radcliffe loses the ball, and Graham Simmons finishes off. So that's a good passage of play, as you can see from one.
2 points the difference. The Giants lead by 2. Radcliffe. There's the shot. And who comes away with the rebound? Ron decides he better do it himself. Go for third time lucky. No, okay, we'll try it once more for the road. No, there's Simmons again.
It's 5 shots,
okay.
6 shots, 7 shots.
Once for the road. Now, come
8
on,
shots.
9.
Incredible.
I don't believe
foul call. Referee couldn't stand the excitement anymore. Lob pass doesn't come through that time. Radcliffe weaves his way through. He's blocked by David Graham, and Coburg's away, and this is a fantastic game. That'll be a dunk, yes, and a foul.
Just over a minute left in the second quarter. 68 to the Coburg Giants, 62 to the Brisbane Bullets. Senstock. Tom Gerhardt. There he is, Leroy Loggins. Thanks very much, Leroy.
Bruce Hultgren's picked him up, and he hasn't had much more success than Wayne Carroll had, and Loggins is on fire, and I think if Brisbane can find one more productive offensive player, they're very quickly going to even this match up. Foster, another three, but he's not supposed to do that.
That's not in the rules.
No, it says 6'8" guys are supposed to stay in the paint. He's got 27 now. Leroy and he both have 27, and it's still not halftime.
Radcliffe. The Senstock. who faked goodness knows how many times. And Leroy Loggins just pushes it back in, gets the 2 points, and goes to the line. Wayne Carroll. Almost the intercept from Leroy Loggins. Carroll with the outside shot, the free shot, and that's 2 points.
21 points now for Carroll. Top scorers for Coburg were Carroll with 21, Willie Simmons 20, and Jim Foster 27. And for the Bullets, Loggins has 30 and Radliff 15. And Foster really gets up and down the floor quick for a big man.
Well, I'm right with Ron Radliff there. I wouldn't have stood in the way either. Doesn't Willie Simmons look different without his glasses on?
Yeah, I wonder what happened. Might have sat on him.
Leroy Loggins, that's Leroy's shot. Once again, we go through this business of every man in his dog having a go at tapping it in. But Leroy eventually, Larry Senstock eventually gets there.
And no jump shot. And we've seen that a lot of times. Actually, Brisbane has done a fantastic job on the offensive boards, but they haven't been able to convert out of it consistently. And there's another one of those steals.
Watch Bruce dunk. Yes!
Bruce Holmgren just gave him a Christmas present. There's no way in the world when...
Here we go again. Watch this. And
you can see Bruce.
And Tom Gerhardt with a hand right in front of Willie Simmons. Desperately trying to soften.
There's Foster weaving inside. He's so tough there. Bit suspect footwork there at the start of his dribble, I thought, but nevertheless.
Country mile. Brian Curl's been saying that all night from the bench.
Well, that's been a common complaint, but he doesn't seem to ever get called for it, so maybe he's pretty clever with it. 42 now for Leroy. Foster has 46. Coburg back into attack, 4 points of difference. Carroll shooting over Loggins. He finds it. Oh, gee whiz.
That's the problem.
44 now to Leroy. Still 4 points of difference. Setting the screen, Breeny working with the ball. His experience finding Simmons inside. That'll be a dunk. And that was a great play. Very intelligent play by Steve Breeny. He felt the switch on the screen as he came across, realized that Simmons had to be left unguarded, stopped, flipped it into him, and 2 more points to Willie Simmons, and that's 26 for him.
There's the intercept again.
There's Foster. Gee, he's quick for a big guy. Draws the foul, gets the basket. What an incredible shot. He was halfway to the moon. He was nearly out of bounds as he flipped that ball back in. Danny Morsu edged him out of the way.
Here it is again. Watch this.
Look where he is when he shoots that shot.
And it went in.
And it went in. And he's got 48 points.
The supporting cast, the rest of the Coburg Giants and the rest of the Brisbane Bullets. There's that man again.
50 points.
Congratulations to Jim Foster. That's a
step out. Ronnie Radliff. 23
nice shot, but I think it's too late. 49 seconds to go.
Oh, Leroy Loggins took that ball away. Get behind the three-point line. That's going to be short. Rebounder Loggins.
129 to the Brisbane Bullets, 132 to the Coburg Giants. 38 seconds left in the game, and it's not over yet.
They'll be counting their 10 seconds now. Got to get it over the half-court line by 10 seconds. There it is.
Man's free.
Keep passing the ball at the ring. They have to keep passing the ball at the ring. That's a pretty good pass at the ring. Willie Simmons, and that's got to be the sealer, surely.
19 seconds to go. Outside to Cal Bruton for the three-pointer. Cal blew it. And there it is. Yes, 3 points, 132, but it's all over. There's the ball game. 134 to the Coburg Giants, 132 to the Brisbane Bullets, and that is an unbelievable game of basketball. Absolutely unbelievable. Brian, I'm sorry to have to be the one asking you the questions. It was a great game of basketball as far as the spectators were concerned. How do you feel about it?
Well, most games that are good for the spectators are bad games that are played, and I thought tonight that our effort on defence was probably the worst I've seen from a team that I've ever coached, and I'm personally not very impressed with that, and I guess I have to take the blame because I know the players won't, so I'll take the cop of that, but they'll pay for it during the week because I think it's just a lack of commitment out there from